I'll take a moment and remind you I like that. Handier the round, higher the bonus. Makes sense and pretty clear. So just a moment or two now until we get back underway, starting now with round number 2. We will be having a special presentation following the awards presentation for the Derby, the Professionals' Choice Grooms Award. Professionals' Choice very generously donating a Professional's Choice tail tamer, along with grooming products, various grooming products, all put together in a beautiful grooming tote. This will honor the hard-working individuals behind the scenes that take such incredible care of our four-legged friends. So we've got the Professional's Choice Grooms Award. We'll be presenting that immediately following our awards presentation here this evening. Through the gate now, the first of our 12. Now our riders coming back in reverse order of score from round number 1. 370 starting us off. It's Cocoon 4 and Avery Glen on a 159.
Well, nice scores for Avery Glen starting us off here in the Handy Hunter round. Panel number 1, their base score 84. All 4 higher options were taken. That becomes an 88.6 for the Handy bonus. And that is a 94. Panel number 2, their base score 85. Plus 4 for the higher options taken. That is an 89.8 for the Handy bonus for a 97, 191. That's the score in this round, 350 total score.
And moving up in the order, here's 371 now, Da Vinci and Kylie Arbuckle.
371, number 371.
They return on a 163.5.
Golly Arbuckle and Da Vinci. Panel number 1, their base score 81. All 4 higher options were taken for an 85. Handy bonus of 5 for a score of 90. Panel number 2, their base score 79 plus the 4 becomes an 83 plus 5 for the handy bonus. And that is an 88. 178, that's their score in this round. They move into second place overall with a 341.5.
Returning now on a score of 160. Number 653, Rinpoche and Claire Archer, carrying a first round score of 160.
Well, Claire Archer with the scores here in this handy hunt around. 75, that's the base score from panel number 1. 4 higher options were taken. That becomes a 79, 2 for the handy bonus for an 81. Panel number 2, their base score 71. Plus, again, we add the 4 on for the 4 higher options taken for a 75, 2 for the handy bonus for a 77, 158. That's the score in this round. And the 2-round total puts them into second place overall with a 318. This is correction. Actually, Claire Archer moves into third place with a 318 score.
133 now returning on a score of 160 is Small Kingdom and Jamie Saylor.
Well, unfortunately, that final fence down for Small Kingdom and Jamie Taylor. That's the scores will reflect that. 44, that's the base score from panel number 1. Three of the higher options were taken for a 47, and the handy bonus of 8 for 55. Panel number 2, their base score 45, plus a 3 goes to 48, plus 4 for the handy bonus for 52, a 107 score. Yeah, and the overall puts them into fourth place with a 267.
Returning now with a score of 161. 161, the first round score. Here's Worthy and John Bragg, entry number 345.
That was Worthy and John Bragg. Well, none of the higher options were taken. Base score from panel number 1, 83. And the 4 for the handy bonus for an 87. Panel number 2, their base score exactly the same, 83. Plus 6 for the handy bonus for an 89, 176. That's their score here in round number 2. That's the third highest score in round number 2. And they also have the third highest overall score at 337.
Returning now on a score of 163. This is Hopeful and Jamie Saylor. Entry number 569.
Well, unfortunately, fence number 6 comes down for Hopeful and Jamie Saylor. 43, that's the base score from panel number 1. All 4 of the higher options were taken for 47. 5 for the handy bonus. Becomes a 52. Panel number 2, their base score 44 plus the 4 for the higher options for 48. 3 for the handy bonus for 51. 103, that is their total score here in this second round. And that is the 6th highest score in round number 2. 266 also into 6th place overall right now.
$195 now. Evermore and Rebecca Bruce coming back on a 165.
Well, nice scores for Rebecca Bruce and Evermore. 83 from panel number 1. That's their base score plus the 3 higher options taken for an 86. 5 for the handy bonus, and that becomes a 91. Panel number 2, their base score even higher, 86.5, plus the 3 for the higher options, plus 7 for the handy bonus for a 96.5, 187.5. That's their score. But overall, that puts them into first place, 352.5.
Kylie Arbuckle returning now with Ask Anyone. They return on a score of 165.25. 165.25.
Those scores for Ask Anyone and Kindly Arbuckle, 80. That's the base score from panel number 1. 2 of the higher options were taken for an 82. 5 for the handy bonus for an 87. Panel number 2, 80.5. 80.5, that's their base score. 2 for the higher options taken for an 82.5. 7 for the handy bonus for an 89.5. That's a 176.5 here in this second round. And a 341.75. Slips her in a third place. Kyler Arbuckle right now in third aboard Ask Anyone. Fourth aboard Da Vinci.
Ilana Halpern now returning on Shameless. Entry number 214. They carry a 175 total from round 1.
Well, nice scores for Ilana Halpern and Shameless, 82 from panel number 1. All 4 higher options were taken for an 86, and the handy bonus of 6 for a 92. Panel number 2, their base score even higher, 85.5, plus the 4 for 89.5, plus 7 for the handy bonus. Overall score here in this second round, 188.5. That's the second highest overall score in round number 2. We look to the overall scores. She moves into first place with a 363.5.
First of 3 left now. This is Vanderpump and Augusta Iwasaki on a 177 first round score.
Augusta Iwasaki and Vanderpump. The scores in from panel number 1, 77. 4 for the higher option taken. That becomes an 81. 8 for the handy bonus for an 88. Panel number 2, their base score 75.5. Plus the 4 for 78.5. Plus the 9 for a handy bonus. 175.5. That's their score here in this second round. 2-round total, 352.5. We also do have another 352.5. However, in the rules, the second round base score of judging panel number 1 will break those ties. So 195, Rebecca Bruce having a better base score from panel number 1 here in this second round of 83 versus the 77 for Augusta Iwasaki. Rebecca stays in third place, Augusta in fourth. It's Rebecca in second, Augusta in third.
First of our final two now, returning here, Jamie Saylor and quarter note 177.5. First round total.
Well, nice scores for Jamie Saylor and quarter note 85 from panel number 1. That's the base score alone. 4 for the all 4 hires taken for a score of 89. 8 for the handy bonus for 97. Panel number 2, 82. That's their base score. 4 for the higher options, 86 plus 8 for the handy bonus for a 94. 191. That's their score here in this round. And the overall total puts them into first place with a 368.5.
Our high score returns now. It's a 181.5 for Verdict and Nick Hannes.
Well, those scores in for Nick Hannes and a verdict. And a 70, that's the base score from panel number 1, plus the 4. All 4 higher options were taken for 74.7. That's the handy bonus for an 81. Panel number 2, their base score 78.5, plus the 4 for an 82.5. And the 8 for a 90.5. 171.5, that is their score here in round number 2. And the overall score, 353. That will put them into third place. Well, the Great American Insurance Group, USHA International Hunter Derby, the win going to Jamie Saylor and a quarter note. So we're going to finalize our top placings, bring our top 12 back in the ring for these presentations in just a moment. Great competition. Great thanks to our panel of judges. Panel number 1, Scott Williamson and William Sparks. Panel number 2, and that is Scott Fenton and Lauren Scott.
Just finalizing our top placings, getting our horses dressed in the end game. We'll be bringing back our top 12 from today's USHJ International Hunter Derby, the Great American Insurance Group sponsored class. $15,000 in prize money here this afternoon. I do remind you of the special presentation we'll have coming up immediately following the presentation of awards for the Derby. We'll be presenting the Professionals' Choice Grooms Award to the top groom from this afternoon's International Derby. So I invite you all to stick around just that extra minute or two to honor our top groom here this afternoon.
As we wait our top 12 to come back after the 2 rounds, placings in round number 2. We do have those second round Handy Hunter results. And the winner in that Handy Hunter round, that was Avery Glynn, on 4. Jamie Saylor, quarter note in second. Ilana Halpern, Shameless in third. Fourth here in round number 2, Rebecca Bruce and Evermore. Kylie Arbuckle, Da Vinci in 5th. 6th to Kylie Arbuckle and Ask Anyone. 7th, John Bragworthy. 8th is Augusta Iwasaki, Vanderpump. 9th, Nick Hannes and Verdict. 10th in the handy round, Claire Archer and Rinpoche. 11th, Jamie Saylor, Small Kingdom, and Jamie Saylor and Hopeful in 12th place. And just walking in the ring, there he is, Ali Nilfarushan. And the president of Nilfrushian Equisports Events, right there just joining us. Great competition, $15,000 Great American Insurance Group. And this USHA International Hunter Derby. 2 rounds of competition, that classic round, and then the handy round. And we'll bring our top placings back. Well, Ollie Nilfrushian to beat our rider in 11th place, Jamie Taylor and a Small Kingdom. Claire Archer and Rinpoche in 10th. 9th to John Bragg and Worthy. Kylie Arbuckle takes home 7th and 8th place. 7th aboard Askedon, 8th aboard Da Vinci. Young Avery Glenn, Gokon 4 in 6th place. In 5th, Augusta Iwasaki and Vanderpump. Rebecca Bruce in 4th aboard Evermore. 3rd place to Nick Hannes and a Verdict. 2nd place, Alana Halpern and Shameless. Well, let's meet the champion of the $15,000 Great American Insurance Group USHA International Hunter Derby. She's first and a 12th, plays the bookends. What a great rider there. Jamie Saylor aboard Quarter Note. First aboard Quarter Note, 12th aboard Hopeful. And yet another USHA International Hunter Derby for Jamie Saylor. That win aboard Quarter Note. What great scores as well. Overall winning total, 368.5. Well, there they are, the top placings. And our champion, that lap of honor all by herself, Jamie Saylor. And the win aboard Quarter Note, the horse owned by Sheila Ryan of Camarillo. Hannes aboard Verdict, but Alex Garcia winning the Professional Choice Grooms Award. And featuring Professional Choice Tail Tamer Grooming Products, honoring the hard-working individuals behind the scenes that take such incredible care of our four-legged friends.